biggest struggle for someone like me was to get people to even know my name. I feel like that was a defining moment for me for the show. It just made Guttu Pandit so powerful and so human and so interesting and so crazy and all of these things.
Very warm welcome to actor par excellence Vijay Varma, who in a short while हम सबके होश उड़ा दिए. Very good characters, very good performances, strong, intense performances, a lot of variety in his performances. और वही वैरायटी के साथ हम उनके अगले किरदार के बारे में बात करने वाले, जो कि मिर्जापुर 2 में हम विजय वर्मा जी को देखने वाले. एंड सो वी कैन नॉट वेट टू टॉक अबाउट दैट. Huge round of welcome to you, Vijay. Thank you for joining us on Bollywood Live.
Thank you so much, man, for this sweet introduction.
Vijay, obviously, I mean, we have seen you now. Like I said, it's not been a long while. In a short while, we've already obviously you had a journey, you had a struggle. लेकिन एक बार आपने वो mark कर दिया from the movie Pink onwards. From there has been no looking back, and we have seen you in one project after another. So they have new projects. This time you're already joining something that is already huge. Very successful, huge idea. Now you're coming in as a new character. So how does it feel? Instead of taking the responsibility on your shoulders, you're already joining something that is already big.
I've never felt this safe with any project, of course, there are high expectations, and it's not like people when you have a very successful season one, the second season better lives up to the story. So that kind of pressure is there, but it's mostly on the maker. But they're so in sync with what they're doing. So I don't feel like that pressure is mine. But it's just so easy with Mirzapur right now. I don't think anybody needs any convincing about the existence of the show. So that's an interesting new feeling that I have. It's like walking into a really hot property, and you're welcome. So it's a new one for me, for sure.
Okay, before I ask,
but I never anyway took any baggage from all the other work that I did. For the success or failure of it, because it's you like some stories and you want to be part of those stories, and we also found out that even the makers of Mirzapur, although they knew that everybody wants it to be a success, but nobody imagined nobody can imagine what audience can take it to. I've seen that happen with Gully Boy. We all knew that we made a good film and with real intent. But nobody could tell like how audience will pick on what and what they like and where can they take it to. It's really in their ball is in their court after a certain time.
True. Okay. Vijay, next one is you are a new character now in season 2 of Mirzapur. How do you fit into this canvas? आपका role क्या है? आप इसके politics के अंदर कैसे घुस जाते हो? मिर्जापुर के जो politics है, और आप कालीन भैया की तरफ हो या गुड्डू भैया?
So I fit in because I think this was a much needed show for me, because I was looking at doing something smashing, and Gully Boy released in a week's time. I got a call and they offered me the part, and it's a very interesting part. It's actually an entire new family that is getting introduced in season 2, the Tyagi family. And somehow they have a certain connection with some player from season 1, basically. And so there's a father and son duo. I play the son, Tyagi, and the Dada Tyagi is played by Mr. Lilliput. And it's a new kind of a relationship for me to explore, a father-son dynamic. At the same time, it'll be interesting for people also to watch me play a Bihari badass, businessman slash Bahubali slash all kinds of several slashes. Very enterprising family, and they are into business. They deal in cars, and somehow the story gets intertwined with other cast members, and what unfolds you'll find out in a week's time.
Okay, लेकिन आपने ये नहीं बताया कि आप किसके तरफ हो, कालीन भैया की गुड्डू भैया?
I can't tell you that.
Okay.
They're keeping a lot of my stuff, like a lot about my character is still under wraps. I think we want people to enjoy the show without any the surprises to remain.
Yes. Coincidentally, matlab, I know as an artist, जैसा आपने कहा था, story is important. You want to wish part, you want to be a part of certain stories you wish to be. लेकिन coincidentally जब गली बॉय रिलीज हुई और उसके बाद फिर काफी जल्द बागी 3 भी आ गई थी, and you know you were on big high, and then ये पूरा लॉकडाउन आ गया और सिनेमा हॉल सब बंद हो गया. उसके बाद आपका सब कुछ ओटीटी पे आ रहा है एक के बाद एक. शी जो काफी अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स मिली थी शी को, एंड उसके बाद यारा भी आ गई थी, एंड इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन बम्फार्ड भी थी. Yes. So on these, coincidentally उसके बाद सब कुछ OTT पे आ गया. How do you see that as an artist? Does it make any difference to you कि do you know finally it was all on the upswing and then उसी वक्त सारे cinema halls shut हो गए थे और उसके बाद सब कुछ OTT पे आने लग गया? Does that make any difference to you as an artist?
No, in fact, on the contrary, I feel like it's amazing that it all came out at the right time when we have the audience sitting and watching, right? And secondly, a lot of these films, you know, some of them are really like I've worked on them 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and one of them is 1 year ago. So I don't have, so it's like a closure for me, right? Every work that I've done is no longer sitting in some hard drive somewhere, you know, it's all out there for audience to watch. So I feel absolutely amazing about it. And it's the OTT, it's the streaming services that is making me accessible to the audience right now. So I'm very grateful.
So you are saying because of this OTT boom is that these things that were probably on the back burner, they got an opportunity, they got a window to come out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, now speaking more about Mirzapur2, have you seen season 1 fully before the?
Of course, I saw it when it released, probably in the first week.
Okay.
And this was end of 2018, right? Okay. And so yeah, I was a fan for a few months before I became a member of the cast.
So what was your best moment? What moment stuck with you from season 1?
Okay, it's a good question. Nobody's asked me this before. So I have 2 iconic moments from season 1. One of them is a very nice moment between so Guddu Pandit goes to the grocery store with his mother and usko hadkata hai, and then wo gun nikal ke marta hai, and then he starts doing push-ups right on the street with mother looking at him. I feel like that was a defining moment for me for the show. It just made Guddu Pandit so powerful and so human and so interesting and so crazy and all of these things. And the climax, man, I can't get over that. It's like heartbreaking and so raw and real, and you know the look on everybody's faces. Yeah, it left people really really like shaken. So yeah, it'll be nice to see them come back. Some of them are gone.
Something Shakespearean about the climax, right?
Yeah. You invested in those people for like 8-9 hours and then they're just like gone.
Yes. Given the kind of this all this that has happened on the show, do you think so that there is now how it is going to be? You all have to pull up your socks. Obviously, you are here playing a part, but was there kind of a nervous energy while shooting? Ki bhai, at that time they knew that we have got a good product, लेकिन किसी को पता नहीं था कि ये इतनी बड़ी बनने वाली है. But now कि जब ये इतनी बड़ी बन चुकी है, was there a nervous energy that now we cannot slip up even a bit? What was the atmosphere of shooting? Was that energy there?
I think the makers, especially Puneet ji, the creator, and the directors Mihir and Gurmeet, they were very mindful of what they want to say. More careful, minutely, because they understood that everything is being picked up by the audience right now. Every little information, every little gesture, every little color. The discussion around the show was pretty intense. So and for a creator, I can't tell you, like, if people are interested in your story, boss, you get a high out of it. You don't feel nervous, you know. And able storytellers will feel the high of it and play with it, like how a stand-up comedian gets a response from the audience he wants, and then he aces it. You know, if it's a quiet room, it doesn't work.
Yeah, true. Okay. Somewhere I read, I don't know whether this is true or false, that when you wanted to be an actor, your parents were initially reluctant for you to be an actor, and
Yeah.
so okay, so then how did you convince them?
I didn't convince them. I started doing stage chupke. Because it's not like I was convinced that I can become an actor, right? It's not like I can't. How can I convince anybody when I'm so uncertain myself, whether I can do it, whether there is a place for me, whether I'm good enough? Nothing. I know. It's like you can't just wake up and become an actor, right? So I thought of that. So I was not convinced myself. So I didn't need to convince anybody. But I started doing stage, and I started enjoying it. And at one point, I found a advertisement for admission at FTI. I applied for it. I got the seat, strangely, and so once I had the seat is when I realized I have to convince them to let me go for 2 years to study acting. And I made up my mind it's not going to happen. The one of the parents is not going to agree to it for sure. So I made plans and I borrowed money and I ran away.
Some nice story, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, nice story. Like, and I'm sure that they must be really happy seeing where you are now.
yeah, they are very happy.
Okay, okay. We have seen you, if I'm not mistaken, कि चित्तागोंग में आप first movie थी जहाँ पे आपका एक छोटा सा role था. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
Yes. And
yeah,
then
that was my first film.
yes, and then there was the journey, the Rang before Pink, I think so. There was Rang Race, and there was
Runways was
yes,
there.
and then Pink. So, which was the which was the movie would you feel that finally the industry itself started recognizing Vijay Varma as somebody can directors and producers started thinking about you to cast you in part. Was it Pink or was it Gully Boy?
It was Pink internally for some people, but they still will just give me compliments and not give me work. But it was Gully Boy that changed it. Uh, so Pink just made some filmmakers be aware of me, but the Janta didn't know me. They didn't know my name. They didn't know anything about me. Even some of the critics didn't know. No, it wasn't. It was just like some filmmakers who enjoyed the film personalities who took a liking to the performance, and that's about it. I was walked. Several directors said good things to me, but I didn't. It didn't translate in work. Um, I was getting to translate in the similar work, which I avoided. So, and then I took a break from Bollywood. I went and worked in Telugu film.
Okay. Any plans to return to the south?
No, I'm absolutely open as long as I get something smashing. Also, there was some offers. It's just that I didn't have the time at that time. I was too deep into several films in Hindi to make time. But if there is something smashing, I'm definitely going to try other languages as well, Telugu, Tamil.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure now that everything has become like more like pan India than what it was in the 90s.
Yeah, that's the world I want to live in,
Yeah,
basically.
the borders have eroded kind of.
It'll be so cool because when we saw Ram Gopal Verma do all these films with South actors, also with actors from across, it's so nice to see, right? It's a great change.
Yes.
I mean, I would love to watch a movie with, say, some of the Bollywood actors and some of the Malayali, Tamil, Gujarati, or whatever. Just like make it. We're living on a gold mine. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, we are the only country which has so many film industries. बाकी कोई देश में है नहीं ये चीज.
बहुत मजा आएगा. I can't even I just saw the announcement of Vijay Sethupathi as Muralidharan, and I was like freaking out.
Okay. Before we wrap up, I must ask you, Vijay, like you said, you yourself said that it was Gully Boy that finally got your name out there and all. So do you think, sir, this is also some way involved? Struggle to sabka hota hai. I don't want to get into that much, but it is the reality that if you are from outside, it will take much longer for your name to come out, and maybe it is not even the industry's fault, just the way things are.
Yeah, that's true. It's like it's like if you go to any town, any village or any new place, you ask कि यहाँ पर खाना अच्छा कहाँ मिलता है, तो वो लोग बोलेंगे कि अरे वो पुरानी होटल है, उसके बाद बहुत अच्छा खाना है. तो वो ट्राइड एंड टेस्टेड है. सो कुछ नया खोलेगा, उसका लोगों को पसंद आएगा, फिर 4 लोग को बोलेंगे ना. तो वी आर लाइक न्यू रेस्टोरेंट्स, वी आर लाइक न्यू शॉप्स. So people take their own time to understand and get a taste of you and like you, basically. So it's like they're in every business. If you look at any business, but yeah. So I mean, if your name, the biggest struggle for someone like me was to get people to even know my name.
Yeah.
You know, so which is something that which is actually how life is.
Yeah.
It's not only limited to this industry.
Yes.
When Barack Obama was running for the president, people find out his name because he was running for the president. Before that, nobody knew his
Not
name.
when he was a senator, then nobody knew.
So yeah, you have to come into the main scene for people to know you.
Unfortunately, people think so. It happens only in Bollywood, and you cannot change what they think.
No, man, no, it doesn't.
Yes. Okay.
The analogy that I gave you works perfectly fine for every profession.
Yeah, it is. It is for spot on analogy. After now having reached this position, is it still difficult to probably get that lead role? Do you still aspire for that, or as an artist, it doesn't matter to you?
I'm starting to want more in terms of wanting to go even crazier, basically, and that can only happen when you have a lot to do. You know, it's not about the lead role; it's about how much meat that you can bite on. You know, and it's just not me. A lot of people who follow my work keep coming back to me and saying, "We need to see more of you. We need to see more of you." So that's going to change this year. So I'm going to be even more choosy. I used to work with filmmakers that I admire, even if it was for a small role. I do it, but I'm keeping a close tab on not being impulsive right now. So I'm choosing wisely. Because I lose myself to the part, and I don't want to waste myself for opportunities that does not require 100% from me.
Finally, what's next for Vijay Varma? From what kind of audience expect from him going forward?
So yeah, I think it's a smashing week ahead of laid out for me. There's the biggest show, the biggest Amazon original, Mirzapur is hitting, and I can't wait for people to watch and talk about what they liked and didn't like. Because right now everything is under the wraps when it comes to my characters. I think it'll be nice to hear that. And then there is Suitable Boy the same day. So two of the biggest shows that we have right now coming out same day. It's exciting time for me. I'm just looking forward to this next 1 week.
कोई film है something that you have signed, something that you are excited to start?
We don't know when we can start work and how and the details of it. I still not with me, but there are a couple of stories that I'm part of, which are exciting.
Okay, so all the best for that. Lovely talking to you, Vijay. And
thank you, man.
It was the best decision, I think so, to finally, decide to become an actor and go to FTI. Even though nervous, like the best decision for you as an artist, for us as an audience. So
thank you, man.
That's for your work in future. Cannot wait.
Thank you.
Watch Mirzapur2. Everybody, Mirzapur2, Vijay Varma, new character, 23rd October on Amazon Prime. Do not miss it. Bye. Until next time.
Bye.